few weeks, you have been learning how to avoid damage. You have been learning evasions, advanced evasions, multiple evasions. But there is a simpler way to avoid damage, and that is by deflecting the opponent's attack. We do not teach this first in the way of the ninja because the evasion is more sure. If the opponent is very strong, perhaps you will not be able to deflect his attack. Nevertheless, you should learn deflections. These are also called blocks or parries, but the most correct word is deflection. Now, there are two basic kinds of deflections, but I will first show you how to deflect the attack. Now, for example, as the attack comes in, bring your hand up in a circle and push it out of the line of your body. At the same time, you must also move your body in evasion to move it further out of the line of the attack. These are deflections. Now there are two basic kinds of deflections. There are many sorts of deflections that are used in different emergencies, but these are the two basic kinds. One is the inner block or the inner deflection, and the other is the outer block or the outer deflection. Each has its own applications. For example, if there is an upper level attack, then we use the inner deflection, which you have just seen me demonstrating. But sometimes a person will attack with, say, the rising blow to the solar plexus, which is not easy to block with an inner deflection. So we use the outer deflection. We bring the arm in from the outside and we push it out of the way, moving it out of the line of the body. At the same time, we move the body out of the line of attack. Show to the other side. As the hand comes in, out of the line of attack. Out of the line of attack. Out. Strike. Strike the attacking hand away from your body. At the same time, move your body out of the line of attack. This is the outer deflection. You must practice both well. Now, of course, it goes without saying that it is not enough to just merely deflect an opponent's attack. You must also counter it. You must counter-attack. Essentially speaking, when you feel that a fight, that a conflict is inevitable, then the best thing that you can do is to strike first. But if the opponent has beaten you to that and is already striking, then you must evade or deflect his attack and you must strike back. Now the important thing to remember is that your deflection and your counter-attack must occur at exactly the same time. Observe, I will demonstrate. I move my body out of the line of attack and counter at the same time. Remember this and practice it well. The third thing to remember is that the ninja never strikes wildly. You must not go in swinging. No blow, no matter how powerful, is worth striking unless you strike it at some weak point in the opponent. In the course of the next few sessions, we will be discussing weak points, where you can attack, how you can best strike to disable your opponent. You must absorb these lessons well, and when you strike in combat, do not let your mind be fogged by the feelings of combat, by the adrenaline. No! Keep the mind calm. Block the opponent's attack and strike a weak point to put the opponent down as swiftly and as efficiently as possible. This is the way of the ninja. Strike efficiently. Waste no effort. Another important lesson to remember is that the ninja does not believe in bare hand combat. Combat is not worth fighting unless it is fought with a weapon. It is much better if your opponent does not know that you have the weapon. Therefore, the two most basic tools of the ninja in combat are the yavara, a little piece of wood or metal. I prefer metal, but this particular one happens to be made of wood. And the small blade. Now this looks very tiny, but this is quite adequate to destroy an opponent. You will learn how to use these weapons in combat. This stick can accentuate almost any blow. Hold it with the thumb on top and deliver a tetsui. Thrust. Strike downwards. Every blow is made more powerful and more effective. But if you don't have this, when the combat occurs, pick up a stone and use it on your target. The small knife, legal everywhere. It can cut nerves, it can cut blood vessels, it can best of all be hidden so that it does not seem to exist and will only be known to your opponent when it actually strikes. Stealth in combat. This is also the way of the ninja. Now you will be learning many different techniques. Most of these techniques require a partner to train with. Now when you train with a partner, for example, if the technique says strike to the ridge of the eye, suppose the technique says strike to the ridge of the eye, then you must practice this technique in two ways. First, you must practice it slowly against the partner, the ridge, actually simulating attacking the ridge of your partner's eye without making contact. Then, slightly to the side, you must practice full power blows. In this way, you practice not only accuracy to the target area, but you also practice power blows that will make your strike to that target area effective. This is how you are expected to train in all the techniques that you are learning. Now another important point to remember is that you must strike until the opponent is hurt. Now for example, if a combat sequence says strike once to the opponent's nose and then strike once to his temple and then strike to the bladder. So strike to his nose and then strike to his temple. But if you find that he is not visibly damaged, keep striking to his temple until you daze him and then strike to his bladder. If you feel that he is not sufficiently damaged when you strike once, strike again and again and again until your opponent goes down. Strike to annihilate.